Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. In our next film with our star of the month, Melvyn Douglas, the durable Mr. Douglas is teamed with Merle Oberon in a really charming comedy called That Uncertain Feeling, released by United Artists in 1941, and with one primary asset above all others, it was directed by the great Ernst Lubitsch. Now, it's actually a remake of a silent film that Lubitsch directed back in 1925 called Kiss Me Again. In this newer version, Melvyn Douglas plays an insurance salesman. Merle Oberon is his wife, and their lives are turned upside down when an eccentric piano player, played by Burgess Meredith, enters the picture and begins to woo Merle. Now, it's very typical of how Melvyn Douglas in his younger days spent a great deal of his time in films, being jaunty, cheerful, charming, and patient. The more challenging roles were few and far between for him at this time, but actually came with greater frequency as he got older. Now, Merle Oberon is best known today for romantic dramas such as Wuthering Heights, Lydia, and A Song to Remember, but interestingly, she made quite a few comedies too, always with top-notch directors, and in the case of our next film, you couldn't be in better company than Ernst Lubitsch. Ours is a film that actually came at a very interesting time for Lubitsch. After years of working as a director at major Hollywood studios, primarily Paramount and MGM, he briefly worked as the head of production at Paramount. But he didn't like that job at all, and after a short time struck out on his own as an independent filmmaker, out of which came this next movie, and a year later, his classic comedy To Be or Not to Be. He made his next three movies at 20th Century Fox and died of a heart attack. He was only 55. Here also with Eve Arden and Alan Mowbray, one of the last films made with the Lubitsch touch. From 1941, That Uncertain Feeling.